Good morning, dear students. Today's topic is atoms and molecules. Atoms. Atoms are the smallest unit of any substance. The atoms are reactive in nature except the noble gases or inert gases. They have a tendency of combining. As in the previous video, we have discussed how the atoms combine when there is a deficiency of electrons, or there is a excess number of electrons on the outermost orbit. Then it cannot be free. So atoms cannot be free in nature. They always combine and make a molecule. Then atoms of the element are similar. So when there is a oxygen atom, the atoms of the oxygen molecule will be similar to the atoms of other oxygen molecules, and the atoms of the different elements are not same. Means if the carbon atom is there and the oxygen atom is there, both the atoms will be different to each other. Then they do not change their properties irrespective of their physical or chemical change. Means whatever the properties the atom is having of a specific element, the same property that does not lose when they change in their physical or chemical behavior. Then we come to molecules. Molecules are made up of atoms. So all the different atoms, they combine to make a molecule. Molecules are independent in their existence, so they have an independent existence. The combining force of the atom in a molecule is a chemical bond. So what is a chemical bond? The combining force of an atom in a molecule is a chemical bond, and these molecules can be broken back to its constituent elements. So if H2O, this is a water molecule, it can be broken into two, hydrogen and oxygen, which is the constituent element. The element, it is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, which can be broken down by further processes. Molecular formula. So the first thing we'll see here is molecule of element. So the molecule of element represents the number of atoms present in one molecule. Means molecule of an element means if two atoms are there of hydrogen, they will combine with each other to make one molecule of hydrogen. So in a free state, when the hydrogen is free, they combine. We know that in the outermost shell of hydrogen there is one electron, so it will combine with another hydrogen atom to make one molecule of hydrogen. Then molecule of a compound, when the atoms of elements, they combine, they make one molecule of a compound. For an example, carbon and oxygen. We know that carbon dioxide formula is CO2. So here we have C, that is 1, and we have 2 atoms of oxygen, that becomes the ratio of 2:1. So we have 2 elements that combines with other element to make one compound. In the first beginning of this chapter, we have understood that compound is made when elements combine with each other. For your reference, you can read the first page of this chapter. Then we come to molecular formula. So what is a molecular formula? It is a formula that represents one molecule of any element or a compound. So it is basically a formula that represents how many numbers of molecules are there. In this case, one molecule. It tells us about the number of atoms. It tells us the number of atoms in each element present in one molecule of the substance. For an example, if we see CO2, so this is a molecular formula of carbon dioxide. So in this formula we see that the number of element of carbon is, number of atoms of carbon is 1 and the number of atoms of oxygen is 2. So this, with this we can say that in the carbon dioxide molecule we have one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. Then we see molecular formula in an element of an element. So the molecular formula of an element represents the number of atoms present in one molecule. So in a molecule, the number of atoms present of that element is called as the molecular formula of that element. So here we take the example of oxygen. So oxygen is an element and we write O2. So it says the number of atoms present in that molecule. So here it is a diatomic molecule. What is a diatomic? In maths we have studied mono means 1, di means 2, tri means 3 and poly means more than 3. So the other thing is atomicity. What is an atomicity? The number of atoms in a molecule of an element is called the atomicity. So here we take nitrogen N2, that is 2. So the atomicity of nitrogen is 2, the atomicity of oxygen is 2, the atomicity of hydrogen, that is nothing is given, means it is 1. When nothing is given, it directly says that it is 1. Then the formula of a compound. So it says it is formed by the combination. The formula is formed by the combination of atoms of two or more elements. So suppose H2O, it is more than 2 elements. Sorry, it is 2 or more than 2 elements. So it says it is 2 elements. That is, one part is hydrogen and one part is oxygen. Here we have two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. The other we can say CO2. So we have one atom of carbon dioxide and two atoms of oxygen. Then we say NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So we have one part of sodium and one part of chlorine. So this is how we write the formulae of a compound. How to write the formula of a compound? So it is very simple to write a formula of a compound. First thing, we write all the symbols of all the elements present in that compound. So sodium chloride. So how many elements are there? We have sodium and we have chlorine. We have sodium and we have chlorine. So you can see we have sodium and we have chlorine over here. So in the previous video we have studied how they share the outermost electron with each other. So here we see that sodium atomicity is 11. The atomic number is 11. So in the electronic configuration we write 2, 8, 1. So in the first shell, in the nucleus we have 11 proton and 11 neutron. In the first shell we have 2 electrons, then we have 8 electrons, and the outermost shell we have left over, that is 1. Then In chlorine, we see we have the atomicity is 17, the atomic number is 17, and the electronic configuration says that it is 287. So in the nucleus, it is said 17 proton and 17 neutron. In the first shell, it is 2 electrons. In the second shell, we have 8 electrons. In the outermost shell, that is the leftover, we have 7 electrons. So when this sharing of the last electron is there, they make a bond. They make a bond with each other and forms a compound that is known as sodium chloride or NaCl. So this NaCl is basically the formula of the compound sodium chloride. In this NaCl, we have one molecule of sodium and one molecule of chlorine, and that makes this 1:1. The ratio is 1:1, and we get the formula as NaCl.